Alright, G's. Today I'm doing something special, right? And today I have two super G's with me. It is Stirling, Justin, right? Sterling Cooper, Justin Waller. You go like many people call you just Jay Waller.
Yeah.
It's like
a lot of my teammates call me that in college.
I call him dickhead personally.
Yeah. So kind of stuck.
Alright, cool. But yeah, I have these two guys here, and today we're just gonna be talking about life in general, women in general. There's some topics we're gonna go over, dissecting the red pill a little bit and talking about it. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it rolling. You wanna just talk a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna put that in there.
Sure.
For anyone who doesn't know who I am, award-winning porn star. Been in the adult entertainment industry in one way or another for at least 8 years. Prior to shooting porn, I worked as a high-class male companion back in Australia, where I laid pipe for a living, pleasuring wealthy businesswomen. Before that, I was in the swinger scene, and nowadays I take all that knowledge and I teach guys how to please their women in the bedroom, and two, how to avoid getting a limp dick if they're anxious, basically.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you?
My name's Justin. I started off college athlete, came from Southern Louisiana, grew up poor, grew multiple businesses. One of them has over 90 employees now. And so I'm really big into fitness, mindset, and finance, building businesses, particularly trade, construction. And I've had one or two girlfriends in my life, so.
Really?
Yeah, one or two, man. One or two.
That's including the one you have right now?
Yeah, the clown.
Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, basically let's start like this. Like, what really interests me is I feel like most guys, they usually go through something and then they just, because most guys, you become, right? You don't just get born as an ultimate G, right? Like, you go through phases in your life, maybe there's something you realize, okay, now I need to become a fucking G. Like, how was, just in a nutshell, how was it with you? And then we can talk more about it, of course.
Yeah, man, for me, it was I think, like any kid that starts working out, he wants girls to think he's cute, or he plays a sport and he wants to be good at it.
Yeah.
And that sport leads to him getting girls. I think if you look at humanity, every bridge, every road, every invention is invented, built, and kept up by men in pursuit of women.
Yeah.
And so at a very young age, I decided to start exercising.
Okay.
And at that time, there was no work I could do, so it was exercise and play football or basketball or baseball, so I can kiss a cheerleader behind the bleachers or whatever that may be. And so I think at a very young age that we're driven by and largely across the world, whether that be soccer or any other sport or anything that would attract women in any other country. I think young men do that. And so I started with football and baseball and basketball and, started lifting.
Yeah.
I did my karate and everything throughout there, and in the boxing and the Muay Thai and stuff, man. But I would say football was probably the biggest driver. The weights, the girls, the whole thing. And now I think men do it with work.
Okay.
So, I think fitness is where it all starts for most guys. And I think that has probably the biggest foundational impact, to be quite honest.
It's interesting to say that. For me, it started with fitness too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
It's funny you said that everything that guys do is for women, because I remember before I got into the adult entertainment industry, right, I was running a paleo meal delivery business.
Okay.
Working my ass off, grinding, making money but not making a ton of money. And I confronted myself with this idea for a while. I said, why the hell am I busting my ball? I had conflict with my business partner, drama, whatever as well. So I was like, why the hell am I busting my balls working with this dickhead?
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it. Like, what am I doing it for, right? And I sat down and I thought about that for a while, and a thought that came up was like, well, I'm doing this really because I want to travel the world and bang beautiful women. If I'm really honest.
You're honest with yourself, yeah.
If I'm honest with myself. That is exactly why I'm doing this. I'm working on this because I want the ultimate goal is so I can travel around the world seeking with beautiful women.
Right now too? Is that would you say that's like a driver right now too?
Less.
Just subconsciously, you feel like.
I think subconsciously everything's kind of really about that. I agree with it.
It's the driving factor of humanity.
Yeah.
It's I'm not now I'm focused on making money, but it's so I can. If I think about that, it's so I can build a legacy, have a bunch of kids, you know, have a harem, have a fucking castle with a bunch of attack dogs and you know, and some machine guns and shit, and live happily ever after. But that's you know, it's ultimately like genetic legacy, which is tied to women.
And I also think about it like this, man. It's we can turn up in any country at any time.
Yeah.
With really not a whole lot of concern about how much we spend at the restaurant or the club or whatever, man. Which all ties back to that, man. And now it's like an adventure, and women are maybe a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
So like it all started like with the women in a way, but then like of course you're doing it for yourself, and women become like a sweet byproduct of it.
Absolutely, I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say absolutely.
Because you can't, if you're focusing too much on, like, if you start obsessing over the women part, like that hurts you with women.
Yeah.
I mean, the paradox of girls is that you have to want them but not want them at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Loves me, loves me not.
Yeah. Like, so you have to not. You have to. What's the expression? It's intent plus. You need intent, but you need freedom from the outcome.
Okay.
Right. So you need the intent to go after it and pursue and say talk to a girl, approach a girl, swipe right on Tinder, right?
Yeah.
But the freedom from outcome of like, oh, I don't give a shit. Like,
Makes
okay,
sense.
what do you do? She can. If she rejects me, I'm not gonna fucking go top myself, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I think people get messed up about the whole being a gentleman thing and open doors and buying dinner and stuff like that. Is I say this all the time. No man wants a woman that he cannot save from a castle and a dragon. If I can't be a hero, then why am I in the fucking fairy tale?
Yeah.
You know, that's the fun part. Now, does it mean that I'm gonna save her forever? No, probably not, man. But that's the honeymoon phase, the fun part where the electricity's going on, bro. That's a lot of the good shit, man.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to talk to you about, because in my opinion, the red pill has turned into like an environment of hate, an environment of just, you know, there's a whole bunch of cool guys spitting knowledge that, you know, if you wouldn't have heard the shit with YouTube, like I'll probably suck with women if I wouldn't have heard a lot of shit I would have heard on YouTube. But I feel like there's next level shit to it, and I feel like you can't just be like seeing women as this like, you know, like fuck these women, fuck these hoes, let me just bang them and then bye. Because what you're basically doing is like you're doing this dark gentleman thing. Yeah. So you're nice to them, but you know, like you're having this honeymoon type of thing, but you're still being like this super ass bad boy, like under the surface in a way.
Right. So you're setting masculine frame. Me and Sterling talk about this all the time, man. We're not mad at women. I genuinely believe most, probably 99% of women I come in contact with, I am getting the best version of that woman.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that most guys can do that. Now, it could be argued that, you know, me and Sterling have a distinct advantage, and I'm not going to argue that, but what I would say is that every man can get that exact same thing. He might slide down the scale, though, just from a 9 to a 7. I got news for you, bro. I don't see where a man should have a problem with that. There are some beautiful women all over the world, and they might not be Instagram models, but dude, they're out there. They're everywhere, and it's when you get the best version of them based off of who you become. Is my deal, and I think they're mad at women because they're not getting any women because they're not doing any work.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I will say that like the red pill space has saved far more dudes' lives than it's hurt.
Of course,
absolutely. Like it's literally saving guys' lives. Yeah. Because the dude will be a fucking simp his whole life. He'll believe this Hallmark Disney fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And
he gets
that mentality of like, you know, that all the lie you've been taught since childhood about like, oh, women are actually this way. That's total bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So a dude will believe that his whole fucking life and then wonder why he's getting treated like shit by women. Right. And then he comes into the manosphere of the red pill, whatever, finds that, and he finally has an answer to why the fuck he was not getting what he wanted out of life, right?
Yeah,
but then the problem becomes doesn't want to put the fucking work in because it's hard. Like, it's not easy. You got to do shit. Like it doesn't just come to you. But because the world was telling guys their whole life just it'll magically fucking happen. The one will fucking show up. No, she won't.
It's a fucking pipe dream. It's a pipe dream.
It's a pipe dream. It's bullshit. You gotta do something.
And that's another thing, man. I think these guys they talk about these different pills, man. Fuck these pills. Fuck the pills. Look, think of it like this. Instead of being the Brady Bunch husband, be James Bond. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. James Bond, gentleman, charming, mysterious, can buy dinner. Is gonna pull her fucking hair and choke her out in the bedroom. Wait till I get your ass in that room. She knows it. She can feel it. It's the electricity of being a gentleman, man. Yeah. That's why we say it's more of a dark gentleman. Yeah. It's a dark game, you know, because she knows how good you're treating her. And women biologically are naturally there to be protected, and we are naturally there to go hunt and bring shit back. And what do we trade off? Pussy.
Yeah.
You know?
The way I phrase that is, like, a woman is attracted to something. She's attracted, like, she can feel safe around you if she knows that you have the capacity for violence.
Yeah.
That's how she feels safe, ironically. If she knows that, like, the best way to prove to a woman that she can be safe around you is actually show that you are capable of violence, that you are a dangerous man.
Okay.
Because a dangerous man can protect her. And, like, he can protect himself, he can protect her. Doesn't mean you be dangerous and violent to her.
Yeah.
It means that you have the capacity for it in the context of protecting her from other men.
She needs to feel safe inside that masculinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And inside of the overarching, ability to provision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that you're simping. It's not that you're not gonna keep seeing other women. It's not that you're not gonna hold your masculine frame. It's creating that natural biological frame that really has been the exchange all along, not just between humans, but monkeys and everything. There's studies on monkeys where they give them a banana, and the first fucking thing they do is bring it to the female and hand it over and hit it.
Smash.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not forget how we're fucking wired here,
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they did that in a gentlemanly way,
Yeah.
But I mean, he probably didn't bitch slap her and then hand it to her,
Yeah.
because he's not mad.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these guys are mad because, they think they can't. And I see guys all the time, would be good look. And I say this about women. You see all the time women that would be absolutely beautiful if they lost 40 fucking pounds. I see pretty fat girls all the time. And I also see dog ass ugly women that instead of getting mad, they play fucking ball. They learn how to put makeup on like a fucking artist. They get big old, they put fake titties on themselves, and they get in the fucking squat rack, and the next thing you know, they're an 8.
Yeah.
I
I tell guys all the time, like think like a female when it comes to dating in a way, because females are ruthless, number one.
Yeah.
They pick what they think is
They're
the best for them.
ass.
Right.
Yep.
And they prove themselves as much as possible.
I can't remember who told me this, but it was a really good phrase. It's like, women are like idealistic about the world and pragmatic about relationships, and men are the opposite. Men are idealistic about relationships and they're pragmatic about the world. So it means like, so a dude will be like, oh, she just loves me for me, and she's perfect with it. He'll make up in his mind reasons why she's perfect, right?
And that's where
she won't.
And that's where red pill saved guys' lives right there.
Yeah.
By telling them the truth.
Exactly.
Keep going.
Because a woman won't. A woman will look at a guy. She'll look at a man pragmatically, like, okay, what does he provide? What does he do? How strong is he? How rich is he? How jacked is he? How well does he dress? What's his network like? Who's he associated with?
Yeah.
Like, how is my life going to benefit from being with him? Right. Dudes look at a chick and they're just like, titties.
Yeah.
That's the checklist. It's like titties.
Women understand their currency too.
Exactly.
Beauty, loyalty.
Well, most of them don't understand.
They don't understand loyalty,
especially in the
But that's the reason for kind of being a dark gentleman and having that frame. Because if you can be consistent the same way, and I talked about this in another video, is like, hey, you don't open doors around me. I open the door. Get this lady whatever she wants. The way I'm talking. Now, when the question comes, hey, the girls are thinking about going to Atlanta for no, you ain't going on no girls trip. Yeah. It's the same consistency. And the second that you break that, then is basically when you have broken the shit test, and now she starts not to respect you anymore because now you're incongruent with that strong frame. She knows that you were full of air.
Yeah.
She pops it. So the reason I look at it the way I do, and I think Sterling would agree to this, you treat women nicely. It's more of a long-term play, because on the other side of her knowing that you can do the things that Sterling was talking about is a whole heap of other advantages you get from that woman in the things that she will do for you, the things that she will accept you doing on your own, and a multitude of other things, to be quite honest.
Okay, but what would you say to the guys, like, I mean, especially like young, they just want to get pussy, like, that's it.
They just want to get laid.
I mean, that's it. But what would you say to them? Because that's probably 90% of. I mean, if it's like under 30, it's probably 100% of all guys.
I would say wrong goal, but I think that it happens on your way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It did. I said this before. I think that you should work on your fitness first because it helps you go into business and it helps you with women at the same time.
Yeah.
And then work on your money. Absolutely give up your 20s and then learn about how women work, and then spit game here and there, but don't get too serious about it. You know, you can go into the bar every now and then, try to spit game, get on your app, but don't spend 10 hours a day on it, and don't get mad, because you're just building yourself up, dude. Really. Because it's nothing for, you know, me and Sterling are the same age. There's 18-year-olds that slide my DMs.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't a bad life, bro. Just do it through your 20s.
It gets like, for the guys who are a bit depressed about it, like it does get better.
It gets way better,
like,
man.
It only gets better if you actually put the fucking work in.
Yeah.
But it does get like, I remember distinctly the moment I turned 30, all of a sudden dating became like 200% easier.
Really? Yeah.
The day I turned 30 was fucking weird, man.
Wow.
I'll never forget. It was just women like an older man, because an older man has shit together.
They do.
For the most part, like all these younger girls that wouldn't give me the time of day when I was in my 20s, like 18, 19, 20-year-old girls, I turned 30 and all of a sudden they're like giving me all the time and attention.
They love it.
They love it. So
it's
it's
that
like
daddy shit, and that's his old
they understand.
time, bro.
They understand that I'm at my peak and that they're at their peak. They understand that we're kind of both in the same spot.
It's so funny that you say that because, okay, it's not gonna sound evil. They're gonna say, oh, Prince is lying. But I hate telling women my real age. Because every time I do, I can see it in their eyes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Like, I could literally be this exact same person.
Bingo.
Tell them, like, I'm 25, or tell them I'm, 22. They're like, oh.
That's what I mean about the pragmatic part. That's what I mean about women being pragmatic.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like...
Which is why they ask for like, how tall are you on dating apps and shit.
Yeah.
They're pragmatic. Which is, okay, cool. Tiger got stripes. You know what you're dealing with. But going back to the question you asked just a second ago, I'd say, give it a little bit of a different advice, and I'd say it's a numbers game. Knock on more doors.
Of course, yeah.
If you're striking out as a young man, you're not getting laid. You want to get laid.
And understand where your hot spot is too. Because if you're 22, staying in the 18 range. I'll tell you another thing. When I was in my early 20s, I got a lot of women that were in their early 30s.
Dude, me too.
I slayed women in their early 30s, bro.
Want to get laid? Go.
If you're a young guy, dude, my whole like a lot of my college,
Yeah.
like 19, 20, 21, dude, like 28, 32,
Right.
40 sometimes, and I mean bangers, dude. They have that fantasy, that pool boy shit going on, and that's why I think some of Rolo's shit is so important, like understanding where women are in those stages, bro. Because some of these 28-year-olds, they'd marry down, and you can be the great Tristan Tate and just a keto that shit through, and you do just fine, man.
Okay, that explains why most of my women are like most of them older than me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
It's funny. I rarely get women that are actually like
your
20
age. Yeah.
or 21. It's always like
we get them.
Yeah,
It's because we're getting them.
Yeah.
It's because the 30-year-old dudes.
Someone's getting them.
That's why they get.
But that is the point, man. Get mad or play ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I say understanding women is so important in your 20s, because it can allow you to look at it very objectively.
Yeah.
And you can play the game completely different.
Yeah.
And just know that your time is coming as long as you do the work when you're supposed to do the work. One thing I say all the time is the best day of your life is the day that you realize that nobody is coming to save you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you want to have that. I say, if you don't want the ball in Game 7 of your own life, you need to go in the bathroom, find the man in the mirror, ask him why. He's going to give you a list of reasons why, and those are the things that you now need to go get competent in.
Yeah.
It's like a cheat code. You can do it in like 10 minutes,
Bro, every guy actually knows what he needs to work on. Even like the guys who's gonna watch this video. There's so many guys who like just binge watch red pill shit.
Yeah, they do.
1 year later, you're still a fucking dork. You're still a loser. You didn't do shit.
They're justifying inaction.
Yeah, like just watching stuff or reading stuff is not gonna save you, right?
Here's a good piece of practical advice. For every 1 hour of content you consume, say like for every 1 hour you spend on YouTube watching something, like spend 2 hours doing something else. Spend 2 hours working out, or working out and building a business, or working out and building a business and talking to women. Spend 2 hours fucking building yourself up for every 1 hour of content you're consuming. You just follow that simple rule. Soon, eventually, you're not going to have any fucking time to be watching YouTube because you'll be making too much fucking money.
Exactly.
Right.
All right.
I think it's real easy.
Okay. How much would you guys say that money plays a part in just attracting? I'm just getting girls.
I like it only plays a part in as far as you can. Here's the interesting thing. I say this a bit. Women are not accountants. No. Okay? She does not have your fucking tax returns. She does not know how much money you fucking make. All she knows is the image you present, either personally, like how you dress, or the lifestyle that you lead.
Yeah.
That's all she has to judge your wealth on, right?
Yeah.
So Mexico's turning up.
Yeah.
Mexico's turning up.
Something got stabbed, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna check that. Wait,
Pedro just got the business, bro.
Okay, so basically, like, how much would you say? Okay, in my opinion, I don't think money matters that much. I have like 2 things that I say are the most important things with girls, but I just want to say no first. Like, what do you think is how much part does money play?
How important is it?
Yeah.
It's only as important as your ability to present an image, right? Because women aren't accountants, right? They don't have your goddamn tax returns. They don't know how much money you actually make. Their only indicators of wealth are how you dress and present yourself and your lifestyle. That's why Instagram is actually a very powerful tool for dating, because it's how you can present your lifestyle a certain way. It's like a highlight reel.
Exactly.
A doctored highlight reel.
Okay, so if you could put in like percentages, like how much percent? Okay, how much should a guy focus on making money in relation to attracting girls?
I would say
I would say
laid.
0%, because I would say you might do it for yourself.
You can do that shit for yourself.
Yeah.
And another thing on that, I wouldn't even look at it as a percent. I would look at it as more of a thing that once I look at it as like almost like cups that can fill up. Mm-hmm. The money cup can overflow and start to not matter anymore at a certain amount of money. 250 is probably a good number for that. Because I can tell you right now, if a guy makes 250 and he's like a G and he has to go against Zuck, which is a fucking dork, he's gonna beat Zuck all day long, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna alpha widow the girl. And even if she does go with Zuck, she's coming back home, bro. you know, and that's true, bro. I think money should be something you should do so you can go be, like I said, James Bond. Like, if we get a call right now to turn up in Romania, guess what? Gone.
Yeah.
Miami, gone. Mexico, gone. England, gone. You know, and what she's looking at really is, can I get on that ride? It's a lifestyle that she thinks that she can live through you and with you.
Yeah.
And those things are in a lot of ways romantic, man. I tell my girl,
even if she doesn't even get to fucking live them.
Yeah, she can live them through you, or you live them together in some way. You know, like she'll be commenting on your stories or whatever, or, you know, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. One thing I always say is, you know, we talk about, you know, going through time and space with a woman and creating that mental image picture for her, that journey in her mind, because they're very into the senses and the touch and the detail. You know, that's why 50 Shades of Grey is so important. Or so many women read that book. I advise men to read that book to better understand. Read that book with the lens of knowing that almost every woman on the planet read it for a reason, right? And so what I say is, like, baby, I want you to come with me to the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
And that place is where it's just me and you on a journey. Fuck society, fuck what they're saying, because we're gonna do it our way. And that's inside your frame, which is all those things we were talking about before, is when you can have a girl love you ruthlessly, do anything for you, kill for you. You do what you want to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? You have an abundance of choice. She knows that. But she wants to go on that journey, and she overlooks that because she's so in love with you, she can't help it. She wants to go with you to the dark side of the moon. And that, in my opinion, is dark game.
But I want to jump in here real quick on something. So many guys walk through the world trying to, like, play fair.
Yeah. Trying to play what?
Trying to play the game. Trying to play life
fair. Oh,
fair.
Yeah.
They're trying to play, because they've been told this fucking load of bullshit their whole life.
Yeah.
And they've been, especially when it comes to dating, they've been taught to play fair.
Yeah.
All is fair in love and war, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you think, like, you gave an example before, like when you don't tell a girl your exact age.
Yeah.
Right? And guys will be like, oh, that's, who's lying, blah, blah. Do you not think that women lie? Anyone watch? Do you honestly not think that women lie every fucking day of their existence?
Let's start with makeup.
Makeup, high heels, push-up bras, lip fillers. Like, do I need to go on?
Filters.
Every filter on every goddamn dating app or Instagram photo.
Girls will lie about literally. My second girlfriend, I don't know if she's gonna watch. Who cares? My second girlfriend, she literally lied about being a virgin, just so that she can appear more pure to me.
See,
girls will lie about literally everything.
So take that into so we know. So take that as fact that women are lying all the time about shit. Okay. Don't go through the world as a man thinking you have. I mean, I'm not saying you necessarily have to lie, but don't go through the world thinking you have to be 100% honest and disclosing of absolutely every piece of information about yourself to every woman you meet. It is perfectly okay to withhold information and you know, fudge numbers and fudge, you know, like lie.
Absolutely.
Because that's the fucking game we're playing. Like, because women, like, and here's the reason why you shouldn't feel guilty about it, is because women are proactively selecting for men who are the best at manipulating them.
Right. Exactly.
They are proactively why do you think players get all the women? Because they're better at manipulating their emotions. I don't think manipulation is a dirty word. That's what you like.
Oh, you say you like persuasion more work. Right?
I like to use manipulation because it's basically the same. It's the same as persuasion. It's the same thing.
Right. It is the same thing.
If someone's wife wants to get dicked down, so she like lays on the couch in lingerie waiting for her husband to come home.
Yeah. That's
technically manipulation. She's persuading a response out of him. Cool. So the women are actively selecting for guys who are the best at manipulating their emotions, whether they want to admit it or not. They're not aware of it, right? But that's what they're doing. And so, are you going to play the game or not, guy? Like, you can sit around and pretend to be like, okay, maybe it's against your religion or some shit to be like a player or whatever, but you got to understand the nature of the beast you're dealing with. Yeah. You know, stop expecting women aren't these perfect fucking creatures. Stop expecting them to be something that they're not, because that's where a little frustration comes from in this red pill.
Because the guys do everything right, and
Bingo.
It doesn't work.
Bingo.
And that's the problem, man. That is absolutely the problem. And like, it's like the song, man. Girls just want to have fun. The truth is, the reason Stirling is right is because a man shouldn't think about it as lying. He should understand that women want to go on a journey that they enjoy. And I think oftentimes, especially when you get to a certain level as a man, the woman wants you to tell her, and you can actually love her, all those things, and then tell her she's only one, so she can actually enjoy the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a tree falls in the woods, did it fall if you didn't hear it?
Yeah.
She wants to go on the journey, man. She wants to get on the magic carpet and go with you to the dark side of the moon.
And here's more proof that women don't actually want the fucking truth.
No.
Here's why. If you walked around and told, if every man walked around telling the truth to women, here's how every conversation between men and women would go. I want to fuck you.
Yep.
And
the end
that
of the
would be
conversation.
it. That would be it.
Right.
So like, so right. no, like, I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Of course you do. After you've stuck your dick in it. But if you're being fucking honest, you want to just dick her down. It's simple. So it's like, don't pretend that women actually want you to tell the truth either, because they clearly don't.
And by the way, that does not mean you're a bad person. That just simply means he's telling the fucking truth. And women, most of the time, you know, I think Andrew Tate says this a lot, and I really agree with this, is stop expecting women to be logical.
Yeah.
They're emotionally based creatures, you know, and that's not, and it's the polarity between the sexes. You know, they're emotionally based. That's why I always say pay attention to how you make a woman feel. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can make her feel like she's on this magical journey with you that can be a little bit dangerous, you know, then there's risk, there's danger, there's passion, you know. And if you don't have passion, it'll never last, dude. Yeah. It'll never last, bro. And there are ways to do that through the dark side of being a gentleman that I watch him do all the time. I know that I do it. We run a lot of the same game. I mean, fuck, we live together, so we talk about these things. Yeah. You know, and bunch of happy ladies, bro.
Yeah. Genuinely happy. And here's the thing, like that sort of fantasy ride you're taking her on as well. It's not all positive emotions.
Fuck no.
Like, because here's the thing, if a woman gave a man nothing but positive emotions, he would be the happiest guy on the planet.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. But if you give a woman nothing but positive, happy emotions, she will get fucking bored and leave your ass.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to give them they need the roller coaster. They need the up and the down. They really need the down. Yeah. You have to give them, like, they have to miss you. Yep. Right? They have to feel that distance sometimes. Right. They have to feel a little. You don't have to make the bitch cry.
Yeah. No.
But like, she probably will, because they're a woman. They're going to cry about a fucking pair of shoes.
Oh, bullshit.
You know. So it's and being immune to that is important. You have to be immune to the fucking crocodile tears.
Right.
Because when they come, that is your chance to prove that you will not tolerate that bullshit. If she starts crying or trying to be really emotional and sad around you, it's like cold. You got to be cold, man. It sucks, but you're not being a bad person.
Yeah.
You're just giving her that emotional. You're giving her the emotional stability that she needs. Because if she can affect you emotionally, if she knows even if it's not conscious, it'll be subconscious. If she knows that by crying or getting sad or complaining or whatever, she can get you to do what she wants, she loses all respect for you.
She's just testing your masculinity, basically, right?
She's shit testing you, and to be quite honest, man, I don't even think they know it, but it's just their biological way to get what they want because they can't fight you.
Yeah, they got no hands.
Yeah, they got no hands, T. They got no hands. I'll tell you a good story. I'll tell you a good example of this. Probably one of the coolest moments I've ever had with my nephew in my life. I had a guy from the war room move into my house for a few months, and my girl at the time was furious about it. I had gone to the store because she wanted to be the one moving in. Different topic about guys living with guys.
Wait.
But
oh, you were gonna move in with a guy, but
no, I was moving a guy from the war room into my house.
But she wanted to move in.
She wanted to be moving in, not him.
Yeah.
And so she, my nephew was in my back pool room. She's on the phone with her girlfriend. She thought my nephew was gone. She's like, running her mouth and all this stuff. And so when I show up, I'm standing at the bar in the kitchen, and he comes up to me and goes, Christy is pissed. Christy is completely pissed, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I just finished eating my food, and she's in the back waiting, And I go in the back room. On the way to the back room, there's a step up in my living room. I look back at him and I wink, and he's like, looking at me crazy. I go in there, and of course, here come the alligator tears rolling. This and this and this, and I'm whole frame. Next thing you know, got her bent over the bed, and I know my nephew can hear it. I come out, he looked like he saw a fucking ghost.
Of course.
And I'm like, told you.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a great lesson for him because there's a situation where she's talking about, I'm taking all my, stuff, or I'm not going to see him anymore. And he got to see me sit in that frame and never let her affect me. Because what she's really trying to do is see if she can affect you.
Yeah.
If she can affect you, she's rocked you and you've lost respect right there. Boom. But I say this, you should always be the mountain that her waves of emotion crash into. And she feels safe inside of that. And then she'll always respect you and try to hide up next to that structure. And so, man, once you set that, it comes less and less. And then honestly, man, like, then you almost have to pay, then you can start gradient, like, it goes from no girls trips to give me your Instagram login. Like, it gets really, 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 like, you start getting high tech because you run out of, like, obvious things like, no, you're not going to Vegas. Then your shit gets tight. Then she starts working and doing extra things for you. Mowing my grass, cleaning the pool when I'm gone. Shit like with a push mower. And that's what these guys are missing, bro. They're the blue pill my motherfucking ass.
I was just going to ask you about that because, like, some guys are saying, like, in your comments, that, I mean, if it's, like, comments and you already know that probably all losers, no profile pic, just show your face.
Yeah.
But they're like, claim that it's, like, blue pill. And
to be a gentleman.
Exactly, to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
But then I watch you, and it's
stone cold.
And it's like everything I see is just pure ruthlessness. Okay, so I'm interested. Like, for example, how do you get? So basically, you use gentleman game to get her into this romantic frame, and then you basically just control her, and then you get everything out of her what you need. For example, she basically just belongs to you completely.
But let me go a step further on that. She's also getting everything she has ever wanted. Everything, bro. She's got a knight in shining armor. She's got Prince, and she has an absolute gladiator all in the same man. See, men think that they're gonna go and be like some kind of Mr. Rogers motherfucker. They want you to be Mr. Rogers and hug the kids and kiss the babies and shit on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But really, the rest of the time, you need to be out slaying dragons, conquering the world, and being their hero. And that's where I think guys misplace, gentleman James Bond shit, and not understand that they need to be all of those men to her, and understand the timing of that and set the frame up in a way where you're absolutely her hero. She's got to look up to you, and now she has this hero that looks up to her, and then dicking them down right is very helpful as well, I'd say.
And what do you say about these guys? How should I say that? I mean, wouldn't you just say that these guys, like, they just have low testosterone? I feel like sometimes, like, it just doesn't resonate with certain people. And maybe just they have just low testosterone, I don't know, because you might say this to some
here's
people.
Why. Here's why. Because people will be resistant to any ideas that conflict with their current worldview.
Yeah.
Because if you've lived, I don't know, it doesn't matter how many years you've been on the planet. Like, let's just say, okay, you're a 20-year-old dude or whatever, and you're hearing some of the stuff we're talking about, and you're like, these guys are misogynistic or whatever, right?
Yeah.
For him to accept what we're saying, he's basically flipping his entire world upside down.
Yeah.
Everything he has done, everything he's believed, everything he's lived through for his entire life, it means that was all a fucking lie. And that is not an easy thing to come to terms with, which is why typically men come to the red pill space only after a traumatic event.
After, yeah.
You can't like force feed this shit to people because they'll resist it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to flip their world upside down.
Right. That's why a lot of times, like if you have an atheist talk to somebody that's been Christian for a long time,
Same thing.
You're challenging their whole identity as a human.
Yeah.
Everything they built their whole life around this truth for them, and it's very threatening to think of the idea of your whole life being a wrong choice.
Yeah.
It's very fucking threatening.
Especially if it's like, maybe you're old, like you get it when you're like 30 and you're fucking divorced and...
Yeah. It fucks your ego up.
But then here's another thing too, man. Some of these guys are looking at some of these podcasts that have ratchet trash women on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't date ratchet trash women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you also have to understand how to pick them, and then understand that their little, let's say, Sunday school frame with the right man, with the right understanding of women and frame can absolutely be flipped, and they'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely anything.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're 5'6" or 6'3" or in between. There is a woman. There's actually multiple women out there. For any guy that does not have some kind of either crazy deformity or let's say like a small. I don't want to be, ugly, but for even the average guy, he can up his level because I see average women up their game all the time. All the time.
Yeah, that's why I asked you about money because, I feel like there's literally only two things you need to improve as a man if you want to get pussy. And it doesn't involve money, which is you need to totally improve your social abilities, being able to like lead, talk to people, pick up on, emotions and pick up on, how to deal with people, especially with women because you affect them emotionally, right? And then you just have to try and improve your looks as much as possible. You can't just be a skinny, fucking skinny stick and just not want to like get more muscular, right? Because it's gonna give you a huge advantage. And if you do these two things and just fucking run the number, you just fucking talk to like 10 girls every single week, you will fucking find a girlfriend. Like there's no way around it.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's mathematically impossible. I'll tell you
exactly.
They think that all these high level, all these chads and stuff like that they're screwed. Dude, I don't have time, bro. I don't have time. He doesn't have time.
Yeah.
I bet you can go to his dating apps right now, and he's got hundreds of women in there he has not even responded to that have already liked him, that he can't even message, and it's probably over like 8 or 9 cities. He don't even know where the fuck he matched with them at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, it's all really, any guy that wants to look at it and call a spade can absolutely change his entire life because there's more guys checking out now.
Yeah.
There's more guys mesmerized by all this Me Too, weak men bullshit that goes on in this world.
More dudes simping.
Dude, girls are more thirsty for a strong man than they've ever been.
The competition is at its lowest point.
It's at its lowest point, man.
Yeah.
You want a cheat code, bro? Everybody's quitting. All you gotta do is get in the game, man.
Yeah.
Just get in the fucking game.
Amazing. Okay, so what I want to ask you actually is, like, I have no clue. I don't even know if this question makes sense. But like, does being a gentleman with like porn stars, the ones who are working with, work? Like, I don't know.
Not when you're dicking them down.
I don't know, like how.
You should never be a gentleman during sex, bro.
No, you never be a gentleman during sex. Jesus Christ, that's fucking.
Like,
that's
I mean,
a whole nother talk.
Terrible idea.
Like dealing with them and stuff.
No,
it's interesting.
You always, when you go to set, you be pleasant, you be nice, you like. Because it's a weird thing, man. Listen, if a girl could want the most degrading shit done to her in the bedroom, she could want you to call her all kinds of fucking names, put her head in a fucking toilet bowl, I don't know, piss on her, like whatever. She could want all that kind of stuff. She still doesn't want to be disrespected
in front of other people. In front of other people, especially other women.
Yeah.
So you still got to be polite and cordial.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't walk. the dickhead who walks into a porn set and like starts acting like I don't want to say acting like a cocky bastard, but acting like acting disrespectful to the women on set is the guy who ain't working. He ain't working.
And that's an exact example of not what you do, but how you make people feel.
Yeah.
That's an exact thing, because what he's gonna do is do disgusting things to her, but he's gonna treat her well. He's gonna shake her hand. He's gonna speak to her, talk to her like a person.
Yeah.
It's how he made her feel, and that in itself is actually being a gentleman. Mm-hmm. And then once you get to behind closed doors, then it's savage. Exactly. Then it's savagery. They like being slapped. They like that. Yeah. And then they like to, they call it what, a lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. Bro, that shit's true, man. Yeah, that's just true.
So as a gentleman, you guys also then use sex as a manipulation tool, so that you can hook her emotions.
Yeah, dude, like sex hooks them.
Yeah.
If your dick game's off, it's very rare. If your dick game, if you can't lay pipe properly, right? You either have to have an amazing lifestyle, right, which was going to hook her in, or you have the best gift of the gab, and you're really good at manipulating her emotions. Mm. Those are the two other ways of hooking a girl. So you can have those things on fucking average level, but if your dick game is just above average, you're keeping it.
Yeah. Dick game fixes a lot of problems, man.
Fixes a lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
Woman's being dick down properly. She ain't whinging.
Yeah.
She ain't nagging.
Yeah.
She ain't being a bitch because she wants the dick. Because it's fucking work for me. It's this is the stupidest fucking shit that guys think. Guys think that sex is a reward for them. Sex is a reward for women. We do all the fucking work.
Yep.
That the bitch just fucking bends over. We do all the fucking work. The good sex is only as good as the dude is. Okay, plain and simple. Because the guy is controlling the whole fucking situation. It's very, very, very with the exception of maybe porn stars or strippers, it's very, very rare for a woman to be sexually aggressive and lead in the bedroom like that.
Yeah.
It's very take the initiative and do crazy new kinky freaky shit. It's very often, or if she does, it's probably a dude who taught her to that in the first place.
Absolutely. Most women are really built in that way, in a lot of ways actually. Mm-hmm. And another thing I would say is that if you can get to that place where you are laying the dick correctly, and you can be the kind of man that when she pisses you off, you roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah, ignore her.
You can wake up the next morning and she knows that she's dealing with somebody. You have taken that power away from her. You have neutralized it.
Yeah.
So not commenting on her beauty early in the game is, I think, something that can neutralize the strength of a woman, her forces, and then being able to lay legitimate dick, and then she know that if she fucks up, she does not get it anymore.
Yeah, take it away from her.
I'll tell you a story. I did this not too long ago. Girl pissed me off, and she's used to getting it every night we're together. I rolled over, went to bed. She was grabbing it. I rolled over. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
The next morning when I woke up to her down there, sucking my dick. And what I ended up making her say when I bent her over is I made her scream that it's a privilege to get that dick. And she did. She screamed it all. I know the fucking hotel people next door fucking heard it. And it's good because you're dropping that fucking spell into her. She needs to know that this shit will go away. And by the way, if you don't get right, I can replace you. And I will.
Yeah.
And that keeps her in that chase cycle of he loves me not.
Yeah.
So
interesting you said
it's
that.
Powerful.
Yeah, because I feel like most guys nowadays, they see sex as such. I mean, I get it. If you've never had sex, then yeah, of course, sex is gonna feel like a reward. But at the end of the day, you're actually working for sex. And for some reason, I feel like women enjoy sex more, the act of sex, because for men it's you come, and then that's the most enjoyable part of it, right? But during sex, she's enjoying it because she's getting pounded.
She's enjoying the whole process.
Exactly.
And you're doing all the fucking work.
Exactly. And and then I feel like a lot of women now think as well, okay, yeah, I'm giving sex to the guy as a reward. And what happened for me, for example, 2 weeks ago, one of the girls that I've been dating for a long time, she also pissed me off, whatever. And then she was telling me that sex was the gift that she gave me. And then I just had to FDB her. I just bye. Same way you said, if she just cut attention if she's messing up. And I feel like it's because guys, there's so many simps now that girls literally think, okay, if I give a guy sex, then he should feel proud. That's all I can give him, and then it's over.
Yeah. Because they don't know how to give anything else these days.
And that's why you teach them.
You got to teach them. That's the thing. Like, you can't walk around expecting a woman to be a fucking cookie cutter housewife from the 1930s.
Right.
Like, you can't.
Nah,
You have to build them into that. You have to teach.
Yeah.
You have to teach them what you like. You teach them how to please you, because they do like to please men. They do,
especially when they
enjoy.
respect.
Yeah.
especially when they respect. Like I'll tell you a funny story. I was talking to a porn star about this, and one of the pieces of advice I give guys in the bedroom is like, don't make some fucking noise. Okay. Maybe you're not comfortable dirty talk. Maybe you're not confident enough to say talk dirty in the bedroom. Okay, you don't have to do that, but at least fucking moan and groan occasionally as a dude, right? Mm. Here's why. I've asked porn stars this question. I'm like, what do you think? What goes through your head if you're having sex with a guy and he's not making any noise? This is the stupidest fucking thing, but they will say, and multiple girls have said this to me. They've said, I think he doesn't like me. I think he's not enjoying himself. The man literally has an erection, and he's inside of her, and she still thinks he doesn't like her.
Yeah.
Just because he's not making any noise.
Yeah.
Right? It tells you how much. That tells you right there how much they like to please.
Yeah.
It's built into them. If they get off on getting a dude off, right? Especially in the bedroom, right?
Yeah.
But that translates into outside the bedroom.
Right. And on that topic of being a man that she can't replace, in the next level of being that dark gentleman, the next place it goes to is her helping you get other girls to have threesomes. You know?
Yeah.
Doing all that work for you, her letting you live your life, her supporting you while you're out on your journey, man. Doctor's appointments to get booked. Things go away. Hey, we do this, handle this, dude. Man, you'd be surprised what a woman would do just to keep you, just to stay on that journey with you, if you can meet how you make her feel, and that dark rigidity and that framework. She's free inside that rigid framework.
Yeah.
You know, because she doesn't have to look anywhere else, because she knows that she's doing is trying to get inside your deal.
It's like you become her god, right?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, I wouldn't, maybe, yeah. In a lot of ways, when, you know, if she looks up to you that way, that's like her goal, man.
Like you her light.
Yeah.
Like
you are her life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen this man do it to women. He's seen me do it.
Yeah.
You know, so we've seen multiple other guys do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so because, you know, how old are you again?
34.
You guys are the same age, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of represent the younger guys because I'm so young. And I know a lot of guys, as I said, like they have like zero experience with girls. So all they want to do is just like get laid. Like they just want to like have that lay. So I want you guys to like explain from your experience, what would you say is like the biggest asset a woman like that can give you if you can keep her for longer instead of just like churning and just fuck this much? Because most guys, they just want to like, you know, if they could just fuck 500 girls and then they'll have like a happy life.
Yeah, it's not true. Because I used to think that way, and that's one of the things that kind of drove me into the porn industry.
Yeah.
It's like I'm literally getting paid to have sex.
Yeah.
And it's not like, but it's way more enjoyable having a woman who's obsessed with you.
Mm.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is hands down much
Absolutely.
more enjoyable. And the problem is that the thing is, most men, you think it's hard for guys to get laid. It's even harder for guys to do that.
Yeah.
To do what he does with his women, it's even fucking harder for most men to do. Like getting laid is the easy part for him.
Yeah, getting pussy's easy, bro.
Right. So.
Yeah.
So what you see ask, what can like that kind of woman bring to your life? Well, fuck me, whatever you need.
Okay.
Like cooking meals, doing all my fucking laundry, doing all the shit I don't want to do, making my bed, cleaning the fucking house, like buying me sex toys, which I'm going to use on her and on another bitch, like
Right.
whatever I want.
Right.
You're like that's part of her servitude, and more importantly, loyalty.
Yeah.
Like that's what you can
Most
get.
important.
Most importantly is fucking loyalty.
Is loyalty, man. Mm-hmm. Knowing, bro. Knowing. And I'll tell you another thing, man. All these guys, they want to act like when you're getting the best a woman has for an absolute fact, it's not bad being around her.
No.
I want to, look, you know, this is what I always say, man. Somebody asked me one time, you know, what's the difference between a girl you actually care about and the hoes? And I said, it's simple. I want to hold her after sex for a little while, I want her with me at Thanksgiving, on holidays. I'll take her on little trips and shit like that from time to time when I'm not running with my boys or whatever. And I want to find out like what her little dreams are and make them come true and be the hero. That's the fun part of it, bro. You know? But she's doing damn near half the work on that sometimes, you know? And so it's really, man, you have to understand that what you really want as a man, whether it be to have one wife, which I don't personally believe in, 50 girlfriends or 5 wives, what you want to do is understand it, create correct frames to know how to do it, and then have abundance of choice so you can do whatever you want to. You know, what you actually want is choice.
Yeah.
And then you can make it fit however you want because you have full control of the situation because you know it, you became a certain man, and you have abundance of choice.
Yeah.
That's freedom.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I mean, like I have to like put an emphasis on this because I've seen you in real life and you were like the definition, I would say, of a bad boy, right? But then you also have like...
Spend a week with Andrew Tate.
But then the reason why I'm saying this now because...
A lot of the same stuff though.
Yeah, I see some, I mean, of course, it's very similar because the teachings. And, but you said something similar, which is something I feel too sometimes. It's like, even though... Like, I mean, I've been running, like, the fuckboy game the past years now. And even I enjoy the femininity of a woman. That even after sex, like, I'll just like to, like, lay there with her. Yeah. Like, I'll even tell the girl, hey, you can sleep over if you want. And just, like, because I just like to feel the soft skin.
And that's actually a little cheat code. Like, not cheat code, I guess. We talked about this before.
Yeah. That's a spell, bro.
The moment she, like, if you really want to hook into her, get her to sleep over. Yeah. If they go to sleep on your chest and then wake up on your chest the next morning, you got them. That's when they start falling in love with you.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing to look out for. If a girl won't sleep over, sign that she's probably a hoe. Probably
it's true. The last girl I had to remove, like she wouldn't sleep over, but it was, I don't know, it's just because of a dog or some dumb shit. But it's just I could just see she wasn't getting attached. I was like, sleep over.
Exactly.
Like,
But you know what though? When a girl's really into you, she'll bring that dog to her sister's house. Exactly. A lot of those things start disappearing, bro.
She'll make it work.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like, that's the signs you can like see, and I feel like this getting a girl attached is like a goal because that's the real deal. Like soul locking a girl, like getting her soul and controlling her. That gives you energy. As a man, you know, like beautiful women want you. Beauty queens, they want you, only you, and not any other man. And fucking is not enough anymore. I feel like.
Right. Bro, that's it. It's just that, bro. That's the easy part, bro.
Yeah.
That's the easiest part, man. And so, you know, I think that what a lot of the red pill is missing is this whole other layer, in this whole other place that you can take a woman to honestly, and that's why I don't particularly like the word manipulation, because you're actually giving her a better life than she would ever have otherwise.
That's why she picks you.
That she doesn't even know. And I'll say another thing to this. Most times when women leave a man, they don't even know why they're leaving that man. So you'll hear a girl be like, yeah, Jenny left Kevin, said it's because he played video games too much. Bullshit. Kevin was not that man running that dark kind of frame, not taking her on that fucking journey, going to the dark side of the moon, making it dangerous and reckless and passionate. And she got bored and she left his fucking ass.
That's why.
It got not a fucking... Dude, I don't play video games, but I could turn up when I get back and start playing video games 12 hours a day. And if I ran my frame the same, not a fucking thing would change. Bro.
If it stayed the same,
If it stayed the same, my shit was right. I'll just say, get the fuck out, I'm working. You know, manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, bro, but the reason you don't do that is just a fucking stupid thing to spend your time on, man.
Yeah.
But all, like, is and as far as money goes, man, money should be a game that's fun, bro. Me and Sterling sit around every day talking about more ways to make money all the time. That shit is fun, bro. It's like treasure hunting, bro. And the women, they're just, you know, you can love a woman. I really do think you can love a woman and fuck all these different women on your journeys and then come home. Just like, you know, there's that scene in 300 right before he goes off to war. She said, you know, that was a down bitch. Outside that one scene where she should have stabbed the dude earlier, the night before. But, I mean, she wants to see you off on your journey and say, oh my God, I miss him, but goddamn, he's so strong. He's going on that journey. He's going to come back with the gold.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun about it, because honestly, if there was not a woman that you could come back home to and show her how great you are, then dude, me and him would live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'd sleep on the couch. He'd sleep on a mattress on the floor.
Live in a box.
We live in a box. I'd eat ramen noodles. I'd never fucking work out.
Yeah.
So let's keep it real, man.
Yeah.
Let's keep it, fuck all that dumb shit, man. It's fun, bro. It's fun being a hero to a woman. And that's why it's not blue pill or red pill or purple pill. It's all stupid shit, man.
It's just being a
Be James Bond, motherfucker.
Be like James
You know,
Bond.
yeah. Be James Bond. Be Leonidas.
Yeah.
You know, be Sterling Cooper, man.
Okay, guys. That's why I like had these guys on, Sterling and Justin, because, as you said, there is a whole new space to red pill. You can't just use you and women for fucking. You can actually use them as an asset, right? Because most guys, they get hurt in the past and they're like, oh, fuck this woman, I'll never, you know, they get hurt. And then they don't want to bond with you don't want to bond with women anymore. But literally, you can have a main bitch that's gonna be there for you, do everything you want her to do, and she's gonna be your girlfriend, and she will accept you fucking other girls, and she'll still cook in the kitchen for you. Mm-hmm. Or the mom, 100%. I don't know if you should have mentioned that with the mom.
Nah, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Tell him. I don't care.
Okay, so, I mean, he's telling me that his girl, the mom, is cleaning stuff for him.
It's true.
Which is basically insane, right?
Saying it. It's true.
So guys, you always have to see the progression in the shit. There's more shit you can do. And it starts with fucking putting in the work. I used to look like a dork. And I say look because people always say, Prince, you look like a model. I'm gonna blend the picture, like, because you blend in the picture too, right? You wanna blend it in too? We're gonna blend in yours too?
Oh yeah. With the one of me being a fat ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fat as fuck, man.
I can show you a photo of me being a fucking
Yeah,
ball.
we'll throw 3 ugly pictures of our ass together, man. I don't give a shit.
The
Three other
thumbnail
motherfuckers.
is gonna
Yeah.
be 3 G's, but the photos now is gonna be 3 dorks.
Yeah. We'll do both. We'll do a top and bottom. Yeah.
But yeah, like you just have to put in the fucking work, right? And then you have to create your world in the super strongest frame where a woman will literally do anything for you. The stronger your frame is, the more, like, red pill and all that shit is not important. You just have to be masculine as fuck. And you're gonna have a beautiful woman who'll do anything for you, right? You're gonna be their hero. You can love them, and you can still do everything else you want to do.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
That's freedom.
Yeah, and that's freedom. You don't have to listen all the time to red pill. Oh, women, this, that, blah, high value, oh, success, oh. Like, you literally need 0 money in your bank account to just start banging bitches now and putting in a fucking super strongest frame on them. Like, what do you guys got anything else to say on that?
Well, I don't need to add anything to that.
Yeah, man. I think if you become the best person you can possibly be on some level, whether it's a 10 or a 7 or an 8 or whatever it is, there are women out there that will happily give you their absolute best. And those same women will make another man's life a nightmare. But when they come into your life, if you can run your shit like that, you'll get the best version of that woman that ever was, man.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy for it, and so will she.
Yeah.
So
She'll literally be giving you gifts, and you're still fucking other. Or she'll be giving you other women as gifts, literally.
Yeah.
That's a good girl right there.
Yeah. To the dark side of the moon, bro.
So make sure to check out Sterling's account. He's gonna put you on how to put the dick game right. I keep talking about dick game, and he confirmed it. Dick, like, if you have the chance to just put your dick inside the woman, like, literally, you can. It's funny, like, it's like you're just putting in like buttons. I used to tell this girl, like, I can press this button, I control you, because I realized I was like 16, I fucked this girl. Like, there's no way I could just fuck her and like she's behaving like this, and then I saw it, you know. So he's gonna put you on dick game, and he's gonna put you on dark gentleman shit. Okay, it's so important.
Yeah, and we're actually going to run a lot of that together on our other channel.
Oh, you guys have
it's gonna
one
be
together?
Good. Yeah, so
is it already on, or?
Yeah, so it'll be up soon. A lot of us walking and talking, a lot of us talking in the apartment together about how these structures are set up.
Yeah.
A lot of things that we believe really set it up. A lot of things we learned from Andrew and Tristan,
Of course.
would be there. I love to include them anytime we're talking about this type of stuff, man, because I think they have a lot of that stuff on the other half that men don't see.
Yeah, but Tristan doesn't have his own, only Andrew, right? Yeah, I'll link. I did an interview with Andrew before. If you want to check that one out, it's my first video. But I'm gonna link his channel too because he's basically the pinnacle of all this shit. Okay.
Andrew's the truth, man.
He's the pinnacle of the shit. He's the reason why we got into the shit. All right. So check his dick game out and check his dark jam and the.
Check my dick game out.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. That's what I meant.
Yeah, and so
I'm gonna link everything.
Yeah, so put mine in there. I'm gonna be talking about mindset, fitness, business, and then I might throw a little bit in about this. Me and Stirling together are gonna throw a lot of this stuff together on the women in the frame.